What's going on, guys? Welcome back, episode 34. We've already gotten Millicent, her dialogue, so we're good to go for the Shaded Castle. Now, on the way there is one tunnel to do, and right out front, there's like a invasion, which will get you a pretty badass rapier if you're into that kind of thing. It's not one of the big ones, it's one of the smaller ones, but it does do rot build up. Now, it's innate rot build up, meaning you can put other things on it as well, meaning it's not a somber weapon. So the rot will not go anywhere, no matter what. So you can make it bleed rot, freeze rot, I mean, whatever you can think of. Get as creative as you want with your Ashes Spore. So as we go on here, you just smack these guys around if you want. We are going to need a Stone Sword Key. And now, as soon as I can pull up the map, I did want to cover something we were addressing last episode. Let's go and get in here first. This is a tunnel. We're obviously going to get more smithing stones here. It's going to be mainly smithing 5s, but there is a few somber 6s here as well, guys. One somber 5 I could think of. 2 strength-based weapons. So we're about at the point where these things are just, these drop-offs just aren't really worth your time anymore, unfortunately. There might be one here and one there that are, but for the most part, they're really not, guys. I wouldn't, stress about it. So, I wanted to show this off. We killed Rykard early. We got everything we could for the Faith builds and hooked them up with Blasphemous Blade. Killed Lady Tanith. And as I said, our quests are still there for the Volcano Manor as long as you do not talk to Bernal. I can't say that enough because I don't want someone to be like, I thought you said we could do it early. You can if you listen to what I said. If it is you talk to Bernal, he goes over to Fair Missoula. If you don't talk to Bernal, it's all good. You just go right back to the drawing room table and get your rewards. As Lady Tanith is dead because we killed the shit out of her ass. So if you are using a fire weapon, you guys might want to be careful here. There's a lot of explosive barrels. There's also quite a few smithing 5s, so we might be looking into another regular weapon to use for a bit. I don't know, maybe we can get a curved sword, we can get a katana. There are, multiple choices that we could use. So first thing we're going to do is go to the right as you climb up. Bolt Drake's House from +1. Remember, you got to two-hand your weapon or use heavy attacks or you're going to bounce off these guys. I mean, if you don't care. Just remember, they are miners at the end of the day. Alright. Now we're going to go out this way, roll on down. A few more miners, upgrades. So as you see, I two-hand, I'm all good to go. Right, my light attacks are not bouncing off anymore. Golden Ring 6. Now we're ready to go on down. So I like to drop on this one. I'm gonna get quite a few guys here. In fact, I am gonna put on some fire. If we blow up a barrel, we'll be okay. Because they're gonna, we'll survive it, and they probably won't. There is that blood putting tore his ass up. Oh, I never fixed my shield from that Crucible Knight fight. Ugh. Yeah, remember, that does 80% more damage if that lands. Alright. So just kind of want to clear it all up, right? I know it was nothing. I still always look. I always look. Okay, we're just kind of killing everything so we can, just be thorough, go through. So this should be your weapon. Troll's Hammer. So that's a Faith Strength weapon that does fire and physical. Then after the boss, we get a Faith Strength weapon that does holy and physical. There's your Somber 4. I do want to look behind every one of these huts, as we always do, because there's usually stones, right? So this is going to be a dead end. This is pretty much just about getting some upgrades back here. Should be a miner and then a dog. There you go. 2 5s and a somber 5. There's probably the only somber 5 here, but there was actually 2 somber 6 though. So, you know, these tunnels are really rewarding to us at all times. You know what I mean? They really are. Now we're gonna go behind here. Here's your somber 6. That's the second and last one. Then if we go, wait, hold on. Yeah, we cleared that one behind that one behind that one. Okay, so we're gonna go to the boss. So this is just a stone digger troll, guys. That's it. Just a stone digger troll. Same as always. 2 charge, get a critical. Whatever's left, just put them down. We take out our fireball. So if we rush in, this might be fun. No, we couldn't get to him. Oh, he never got that off on me before. Alright. So we're not going to be able to get our critical. Let's just lay into him. There we go. I never knew he did fire because I always kill him so fast. I swear to God, I just like never knew. It's really wild. So don't fast travel to the start. Just take this, guys. Because then we're going to have to take the elevator up and, you know, do all that extra shit. Now, doing this, you won't be rusted, but at the end of the day, it's just going to be better. Now, we're going to go towards the area we did our invasion at. So that's going to be up here in between these rocks. I guess we can go, we're going to go crafting real quick. Oh no, that's a golden rune. I swear to God that used to be an H relief. Unless I'm just mixing shit up. I swear to God it was. That's okay. Through dinner invasion. It's not here anymore, but why does it still look like it? Is that just all blood splatter? That's throwing me off. I'm like, I know we did our invasion or we wouldn't have the invasion in the capital. Now you've made it to the shaded castle. So first and foremost, what we're going to do is go to the right. To the right is one way in, to the left is the main way in. So that's how we're going to progress. And the invasion is also to the left. However, there is just a few loose little loops around the world, so we're going to go pick these up. So we're going to be dealing with a lot of stuff here. Perfumers, the guys with the bells that summon spirits, poison zombies, poison flowers, Queen Rock Knights, rural revenants. I shit you, all of it. I shit you not. Quite a few things. That's probably it. We're probably good. Alright. And you do want to make it up to your first side of grace here. Just remember, if you don't, you have that whole run back every time. So in fact, on our way back, we're going to take this little ledge up. Now this is not the way we're going to actually enter. But we are going to go grab a side of grace in case something happens to us here. And while we are right here, might as well grab the item. You guys are going to kind of open up and throw a bunch of nasty shit at you. But just up top here, just give me your side of grace. So, yes, you could, you know, start from here, but it's harder to navigate to make sure you're not going to actually miss anything, and that's kind of what the point of what we're doing is, you know, try to make the navigation easy as possible so everyone can follow along. Shouldn't be able to get out of here though. What the fuck? Okay, there we go. So next up is the invasion. So we're gonna go all the way down to the southwest, just follow it around. So we're gonna get invaded by rather easy invasion. Did I not pick up Tana's set? Hold on a second, guys. I just started thinking. I was like, I don't remember. Where did I get this? It's at the very bottom. No, we did not pick up Tana's set. Okay, we'll fast travel back to do that. Let's at least get this invasion done. We don't have the run back. Yeah, but we should have got her crown and her, you know, her stuff. And I mentioned that because we're about to get another set. So it does get to a point in the game where it's like everything you kill is getting you a set of armor. While that, you know, the first 30 hours you just don't get shit. Now there is a golem climbing up the side of the fucking mountain behind us. You know, you can take him out if you want to. We're not worried about it. So Maria's mask, Maria's robe, and also Maria's rapier. So as I said, it's going to be a rot rapier that isn't somber, so you can put blood loss or frostbite or magic. I mean, whatever the hell you want. You have complete freedom with it while also getting rot off. It's just phenomenal. But it's a rapier. If it wasn't a rapier, I'd fucking, of course I'd rock it. Rot, that's dope. I wish there was like some real rot weapons in this game, but truth be told, there just isn't any real choices. It's either so big, you're not gonna really hit anything with it. There's maybe one sword, and you have to be a mage to use it, so. Now, there's some strength options for rot builds, that's for sure. But besides that, that's it. It's kind of like fuck everybody else, you know? Don't kill me. God, we got lucky as fuck. Die. He's on one hit away. Get your 5. Yeah, all that was just first mythic 5. Isn't that wild? We'll actually get another painting here that we'll solve in a few episodes. It's actually an Altus, but... Yeah, he got us. So these won't take our mana. These are not the mana zombies, but they damn sure take your health. That's for fucking sure. Alright, so let's go ahead and cleanse up. And I still keep forgetting to put on flame grant me strength. We're getting to the point where it'd be really helpful, you know. Alright, so let's follow it straight back. Get your neutralizing boluses. Hit the roof, take out our perfumer, and stuff ahead. Or is he on the next one? He's on, okay, he's on the next one. And we're just gonna kind of be thorough, take everything out for the most part. There's some enemies that are grouped together, it's just like a waste of your time to take them all out. There's a real revenant. As always, don't fuck off with this guy, he can put you down quick. Really, really quickly. And you're gonna be poisoned over and over and over again here. That is to be expected. How does the Banished Knight armor look? Do we have the weight capacity for it now? Fuck no. It's not a bad looking set. We don't have the grease for it, but that's like the full set. I really like that for the Arcane 2 with all that red. Why are we in heavy though, guys? We have that on. We're at 25 endurance. We don't have a great shield. Our shield's actually really light. So this shield weighs 4. So we're a 2 pound difference. That's what all this is about. We want to do that. I really like this set for Arcane build. I mean, the gauntlets don't look the best, but I don't think we have anything that really looks better with this set, do we? Yeah, the scale don't look bad with it. Damn, but aren't those way more than the ones 4, 6, 5, 3? Oh, because you didn't switch the shield out yet. So those are actually. I like to do this every now and then, y'all. 3, 5. This don't look too bad. Maybe put our other shield back on. Nope. There we go. But we'll be getting a lighter armor set. Yeah, I really like that with Arcane because when I see red, I think blood. You know what I mean? Like, so. And it's kind of. I did suggest this build because I knew Bloodhound's Fang would carry us. You know what I mean? Obviously, the Ash of War, the damage, the raw damage potential. But until the capital, we don't even have our build. We're just kind of using other stuff until we get to that point. But I promise you guys, if you went along with the recommended build, when the game gets the hardest, and when we need it the most, this build's going to be there for us. And we're still going to have a good 20, 25 hours with our build. So, there's, you know, it sucks we couldn't put together sooner. You know, that's the way the developers fucked us when they made the game. For Arcane, it's the only class to really get fucked. But, trust me, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's really powerful. And in the meantime, you still have incantations you could use, right? Still have, I mean, look, you know, we're not exactly hurting here. It's still a very confident build. And you still have access to all these regular arcane scaling things with because we did pick up the wet blade, so you could have used any basic weapon you want with any Ashes of War you wanted, get your arcane scaling, put blood loss on any weapon you wanted. So yeah, still had options. I haven't done much with it because the sword is so viable, right? So there's no need to really sweat it. But I just know it seems like, damn, we're this far in, we still don't have our build. I understand that. But when it gets here, I mean, we just picked up Blasphemous Blade. You know, that would have been the other recommended build, was to get Blasphemous Blade and do the Faith Strength. So, even that build, the incantations for that build, you don't get till Mountaintops of the Giants. So, no matter what, it just takes a long time. Obviously, they're not going to give you everything for a build at the beginning or the middle, per se. So, but I did want to explain that, because people are probably like, damn, you recommend this build? We've been in the game fucking 30-something hours, we don't have it. I know. Most of it is, you know, Bloodflame Blade with Bloodhound's Fang. That's going to be a lot of it, you know what I mean? But, and just to talk about this for a second, guys, we did get the Nakakiba. This thing's fucking awesome. We can upgrade it. Look at the reach on this thing. Look at the fucking reach on that thing. Can be buffed for Bloodflame. We can go Seal in one hand, Nakakiba on the other, and get some arcane scaling on this weapon as well with our Ashes of War. Just know if you put blood loss on it, you can't buff. And we could buff it with Bloodflame Blade, and already has innate blood loss anyways. But this is another choice, right? So, then Dex Arcane. Also, if you want the short sword, you got the guy you have Ecoshade. Then we're about to get the Strength Arcane weapon. We could respec into Strength Arcane for a few episodes and show you guys the, you know, the Great Sword. But you just get creative with your stuff, guys. You know what I mean? Use your Ashes of War. They're there. But yeah, we might bring up the Nakakiba. Anyway, as soon as you get all that cleared out, where we went back to the left, we need to go over here to the right, then we'll be going up to the next section. So over here to the right is where we picked up that side of Grace, and it's actually going to have a few paths. Well, as soon as you get on this collapsed building, straight is one path, and to the left is one path. Now, yeah, let's go ahead and go straight first. No, well, the left path is smaller though. Yeah, fuck it. Let's go for the left path. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to figure out, because you could do it. Doesn't matter which way you do it, but I want to kind of fast travel here soon to upgrade to another weapon and show you guys other things you could be doing, as I do find it to be important. Nice. We're gonna go on up here for an item. You notice you're mainly picking up smithing 4s and 5s. That kind of tells you at what point in the game you could have came here. You know what I mean? And you could have came earlier. But we like to clear everything out as we go. We don't want to be hopping around from region to region. Do this here, do this there, you know. It's just going to confuse people. So clearing it all out, then moving on, besides Kaylee, because it's too high level, does make no sense. Like I said, we're going to have to deal with these revenants here, and we're going to stick to the right. Going up. And that's the side of Grace we got. So now we're here. Let's jump over round table hold and just kind of bring up another weapon. I feel like we've got so many stones now at this point, it shouldn't, be much of an issue. So it's either going to be Nakakiba, we do the dual curved swords. We can bring this up with Sombers, but it's a rapier. I like the Nakakiba because of the length. We also have this, but it's twin blade two-handed weapon. I like shields. There's a lot of stuff already for a build. Maybe not as much as other ones, but we still have a lot of choices. We can bring up a dagger and do dagger builds. We could dual wield with one katana and the wakizashi on the other hand. We could dual wield katanas. Then we could dual wield curved swords with arcane scaling, and we could put blood loss on this with the Scarlet Rot build up, which will get arcane scaling. Then obviously this is going to get arcane scaling. This has an 8 bleed. We could put another blood loss Astrovore on there and get arcane scaling. Alright? So, obviously we put arcane scaling on either one of these. Plus whatever works for Dex too. Then you've got North Pole Blade, which is probably one of the better weapons in the game, period, with the damage it can do. So there is a lot of choices. This, we can put arcane scaling on this and use this. We're up to plus 12, we're up higher. We could use this, put arcane scaling on this thing. It's a regular hover moveset without the pokes. It's got the wide sweeps. It's really nice. It comes with the innate blood loss of 55, arcane scaling on that and use it. But we got higher dex than anything else, but they're pretty even. So I just want to let you guys know your choices. There's a lot we could do with this build until we get what we want to get, right? So I think I'm gonna go with the Nakakiba. I think this is gonna be an extremely powerful weapon. I've never used it. I've never done like a strip dex build. So 50,000 souls, don't worry, they'll come back to us. Looking at my stones, I pretty much have enough stones to bring 2 weapons, so far up to 12. 2 weapons to 15 for sure. Damn, even 2 weapons to 18. And then 1 weapon to 21. I think we're going to stop at plus 19. 7s can be quite rare. If we're only going to have 1 chance here, we want to be careful, right? So we're going to stop at that. Also, we still have 2 somber strength and 8s. We never used them. Well, we definitely want 1 on this and 1 on our main weapon. And we have 2 9s. So we're getting that baby up to plus 9 on our seal. We still have 32,000. Look at that. I'm going to go here. Redo our incantations a bit, and it is important, and I haven't done this kind of stuff, but every now and then you need to just go through and redo your stuff, you know what I mean? Talk about your incantations and things I should have been, mentioning. Now, I like to, you guys do it whatever the hell way you want, I like to put my buffs and, utility type stuff in the front, so when I'm scrolling through them, I know where everything's at. Then I do range, then I do my other stuff, so Fireball's still probably our best ranged option. It is for sure. Swarm of Flies is kind of like a ranged option. Blood Flame Blade, obviously weapon buff. Besides that, we don't really have anything. Our other spells that are going to do damage, AoE damage, and things of that nature is yet to come. While we're here, go straight on out. Rozier is now dead. And talk to him. Jump over this balcony. I do believe we're finally ready for this fight. And we could have done it a while ago, but it's one of these ones you kind of forget. This leads to a pretty cool fist weapon for faith builds. I think you do need 30 faith, which you should more than have. Whether it's pure faith or strength faith, you should probably have that. We're at 30 in our damage stats. And that's been going up to 50 in health. 50, So this guy puts up a lot of damage. He's using blood loss. He's using frostbite. He's using some trace sorceries as well. Yeah, I'm really feeling the Nakakiba, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. This shit's dope. Taunter's Tongue, evasion item. He's hit us with that frostbite pretty good. So back here you're going to get the Cypher Pata. The greatest thing about this weapon, if you're doing a faith build and you want to keep like 2 or 3 weapons slotted that you can kind of just switch through, this thing has no weight. So because it has no weight, you're all good to go. You're not, have to worry about weight limit and all that type of stuff while you're, equipping weapons. So I just found it really helpful. Not to mention it's pure holy, so it can't be blocked by shields. So Alright, so from here we're going down. See how good this puppy is. AR. I have no Ash of War on it. So, 344. That doesn't even seem that high, but it's not bad. But it has blood loss, so just like our main weapon per build, its damage isn't going to be as high as other weapons. But then you got to account for the blood loss, taking like 15% off people's health. 15% every time that procs, so that makes up for the damage. You know, that's, if you count that in, it probably has more damage than these 800 AR weapons. We'll be getting, you know, probably 650, close to 7 in game. It's just like this weapon doesn't have the highest damage yet. It feels like it does when you're fighting with it, don't it? And you're just running through shit. Any hoosers, after that, we're going to drop down, roll off. We're about to go pick up our next painting. And you know, with these weapons too, you have to account for how fast the attacks come off. The weapon does 800 damage, but it's slow like a greatsword, and this does 400, and I'm getting off 2 hits before you can get one. Who's really doing more damage, right? That's how you gotta think of it. That it's adding that 800 up faster. Anyways, you can kind of just go and roll off. Oh, it didn't work. Sometimes you can go and jump or roll off to get up there, but you can go in between the beams. There's your painting. We'll solve that for the harp bow. Really cool bow when we get to Altus Plateau. And jump on out. We did get the stuff, didn't we? I remember we killed the enemies. Just want to make sure. Alright. I like to double check myself sometimes. Alright, so now we're going to go around the other way. What are we looking at on time? Okay, wow, only 26 minutes. Might be another short episode, unfortunately. Maybe we can get it started. Whatever time we have left over, we might get started on little areas of Altus Plateau. Stuff's just kind of off on its own. Alright, so we got that. Probably when we jump the wall the first time. Bumpers and triggers, folks. Although he does let go pretty quick. Alright, now we're back to our side of grace, so we're going to go ahead and rest on up. Damn, we rested and still kept our buff. So now we go back the other way. So as you drop down, go on to the right, you're going to notice an item kind of sitting on that rock over there. We got to actually go up to the top portion of this place and kind of do like a trick jump to get to that, so don't worry about it for now. We just can't, you know, we're not able to access it from here, that's all. We're just going to start working our way back, clearing all the enemies along the way. Okay, so with every single thing cleared, it is finally time to go on up. That's probably almost the first half. No, that's probably the first half, to be fair, for sure. The first thing we're going to do is go after Millicent Sword Arm. Be careful, there's a guy trying to hop off on the left, that's it. Must have been a bigger version. Should be some more. Just roll. That's why I usually do, just roll when I get there. Come on, buddy, row. Okay, we're gonna go there. This way, you jump over the back part of this. Looks like a little bridge. You have a bigger zombie over there, and an item you can't really reach. But I guess just to show it off. You can see he's kind of clawing. That's a perfume bottle. We'll get it shortly. Alright, so you got him down. Now, so we don't have our run back yet. Let's go ahead and grab the side of grace. Just drop down here. We got all, you know, to get all this stuff. Don't worry about it right now. Just drop down, run across the rooftop so you get to the far north side. Go on over, get your gold room 4, and we'll go ahead and rest up here. Now we're going to work backwards. Rooftops, back to where we came. Can't we get back? Am I tripping? I swore we could have got back. Oh, we might have to go that way. I should have thought about it. I was so worried about the run back, and we might have to do it anyways to get over here. But I think we can get over this side wall. We can hit the top of the bricks. Can we really not? We have to do the run back anyway? Don't seem right. Alright, that's my fault. It's not a far one. That is my fault. For real. It's gonna be okay. It's not a far run, thank God. Because we have to hit the tower on the other side to actually get a quest item for Millicent. I was trying to save everyone a run back and end up costing you one. That's what I get for going off my notes, though, to be honest with you. Anytime I do, we're kind of faced with this kind of thing. But as you see, it's right here, so. Well, we are getting towards the end of this place. It's not too bad, but it is, you know, pretty time consuming. That's okay, it's fun. I like the shaded castle. It's just creepy enough. I'm gonna roll. This time we'll be staying to the left. And be prepared. There's a couple guys towards the end. I'm pretty sure it's on the right. They're going to jump out. And we do have a Clean Rot Knight coming up as well. There it is. Alright. There you go. Pop this chest, get some Millicent's sword arm, the veteran, or the Valkyrie's prosthesis. Such a tongue twister. It really is. Now, we were talking earlier about that one item. To get to this item, there's an item on a rock. I told you guys that we're going to have to do like a trick jump to get to it. No, it's on the other end. God, it all looks the fucking same. It's when we climb up another way, that's my fault. It all looks the same. So from here, let's just start from the back corner. Just drop straight down, we'll work our way through. Where'd he go? There he is. Alright, so we got them. Over here, get a poison bloom. This guy wants to run around. You know he's getting a fat roll over here. There's nothing you can really do about it. We can't really chase him in this shit, unfortunately. There it is. guys are fat rolling through most of it. Not all of it though. You know, there's like certain little spots you can kind of run. Like here and there though. So back over here you're going to see a ladder. You can barely see it, gets a little dark. That's how we're going to go up. Alright. Now we got all that. We're going to go for the stairs. So there is going to be a Royal Revenant and the Horse Bro. So you keep that in mind. Put these guys down as fast as we can. I'm hoping we can make it to the Royal Revenant before he does his shit, but I don't know if we can. Alright, try to heal. It's just like not hard to get killed there. There we go. And cleanse. Oh, did not mean to do that. It's okay. Alright, next time we go for the stairs. Here, buddy. Grab one little side path and then, you know, it'll be up towards the end of this place. Get a really cool weapon. Really cool. And a trophy boss, by the way. I feel like that was pretty important. I should mention it. So if you go to the left, 2 or 3 perfumers. They can stack on damage pretty quick, so be careful. As you see, half our health bar is gone. Perfume bottle at the end of this, not there, at the end of this. There's that little bridge with the big zombie dude we couldn't get to. Well, this is the top of that. Okay, so here's a little trick jump. Be careful jumping over the wall. And I guess if you go to the right, you could try to do it, but it's going to be much more difficult. That's the way I've seen someone do it. I'm like, don't go that way, because if you do, you're going to kind of get above it and you can miss the drop. But if you go to the left, kind of stay low there. Be careful. Small jumps. It's over more. Small jumps here, guys. That's the problem with this. You could overshoot it so easily. Oof, never feels good. Alright, get your stones for a key. Now we can jump back to Shaded Castle Inner Gate, as this is all done. Alright, time to move on forward. So as you go on up to the right, it's going to be a dog and a dead end. Interact with the ghost bro if you want it. I don't know if they fixed it. There's a glitch like these statues. Their face and eyes will like follow you around. It's really creepy. I think they fixed it. I wish they wouldn't have. It was really cool. There will be a few jump outs here to deal with. Here's your first. There's a page. Mage and page. They always seem to stay together. Alright, so we're going to go up here and grab another cookbook for, you know, perfume consumables you can make. You know, certain buffs, certain damages. Like we already got the spark aromatic, those fire out. It's the same one the perfumers use. And that one is for poison spray mist and blood boil aromatic. So we have gotten a few perfume bottles that would actually go with our build. And that's time for a beefy clean route night. And we're pretty much at the end. We just gotta work our way past, everything to the boss. So there should be like one more page to deal with, but there's gonna be a few clean route nights, and even worse, a few dogs. Trying to do them both at the same time. Alright, so as we go up, there's going to be one guy right here. Then at the top of the stairs, there's going to be a page. Yep, just waiting to fuck you up. Now, as we go out, there's going to be clean route night and some dogs. This part kind of sucks. I like to try to run to the very back right. If we lure some of these guys away from the clean route, it did not work. Yeah, still annoying as always, right? Thank you. Alright. Let's go and deal with the boss, bro. So this is essentially a bell-bearing hunter. It's the same exact boss. He really is. He'd be an asshole. A little bit. Hits really hard. He slams his shield into the ground. Sometimes he's just trying to hit you, but other times it has a really big AoE burst. You want to run back from that. He can float his sword around just like that little sword, that Dex Arcane sword we got from Caleb, but it's a great sword this time. It does magic damage. But it's kind of like some Darth Vader shit where the sword will float in front of him and just pop, 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 pop. He can swing it around with like telekinesis, so keep that in mind. Alright, let's go on in here and give it our best shot. I do believe parries are a really good way to deal with him. This have no skill. We do have one with parry. So, yep. Parry's probably the best way to deal with him if you can. It takes two. If not, just dodging and get blocking for sure. Make sure you're blocking. What the fuck was that? The times are a little weird. One. That's a grab. Gotta really pay attention there. Like I said, just gotta pay attention, That goes far. Be careful for that. Just to see it glowing, obviously stay back. Why does that just go? Well, I usually could walk around him. I should have ran though. There it is. Its timing can change, so keep that in mind. Oh no, it's not. It's a far cry from the bell-bearer hunters out in the world you'll run into. Like, he's much, much, much easier than them. They're the same moveset, it's exactly the same. Everything's the same. However, they have much more health and they have much more damage. So do keep that in mind. Very great shield and the Maris Executioner sword. Phenomenal weapon for strength arcane. So do keep that in mind. Go and grab a level. Now I would like to, with all that wrapped up, I'm going to actually, we got to hop to the round table hold to go over some new armor. Certain enemies like that, humanoid bosses, they don't have to be remembrance bosses for Enya to sell, but Enya is going to start selling more armor as you fight, bosses out in the world. A few mini bosses, you can sell their armor too, or buy their armor too. So Erd Tree Gazing Hill to talk to Millicent, give her the Valkyrie's prosthesis, and move her on to the next spot for next episode. So we need to do that. How much time are we going for? 44 minutes. So good. We filled up most of this episode. I was worried about it, but it worked out.
Now she's passed into... Are you giving me this? Oh, I think it might be possible. If it might be
Let's go
perhaps
exhaust her dialogue. Alright, now from there, you're going to jump over to the round table hold. And this isn't important. You don't have to do this at all. I'm just trying to show people their options. You know what I mean? Let's go on over and talk to Enya before we close on out. So, like I said, there becomes some mini bosses where you can buy their armor. So now you have the Briar armor set. That, and that. This actually goes with a spell from the DLC. That wraps you in thorns, and this armor boosts that, and you know you can kind of just like roll into enemies and get blood loss on them, like you're completely covered in thorns. So enemies touching you in any way. The loading of this game right now. Anyways, next episode we'll finally be getting get started on Altus Plateau. Firstly, we'll be going up and knocking out this little stuff here, and some little stuff back in here, a camp. And just kind of get it all caught up to about right here. There's some stuff over here you need to wait to get. There's a tunnel here, and a cave here that link. And in the middle, there's like a bug. It's like shooting rocks at you, and it's going to knock you off a beam. So you have to do this first to take him out. So there's a very specific way we need to do these things. But we're just going to try to do like the little bottom part of Altus before we jump to the very top, and then slowly work down. So that's, you know, our path moving forward. So you guys stay tuned. We'll be back here next episode to start working on the Altus Plateau.